Hello and welcome back to my channel, Jordan Mind, Body, and Soul, where we learn to take care of ourselves, mind, body, and soul. And if you're new to this channel, then welcome. This channel is just about ways we can take care of ourselves mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, whatever it is, so that we can lead our best lives. And if you're a returning subscriber or viewer, which I am so thankful because my subscriber number is constantly shooting up, and I'm so thankful for that, then thank you, thank you, thank you. It would not be possible without you. Let's get started. So, as you already know by the title, this video is about morning motivation. It's just a morning motivation or conversation. And I want to thank you because you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. And I think that's just such a grateful and gratitude way to start your day. Not with me, well, with me, but just giving that energy, giving that vibe that I could be anywhere, I could be doing anything, but I'm here. And that's also something to bring you to the present moment. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, it's earlier than I usually record. I usually record in the evening, so you get to hear my morning voice. My morning voice. Okay, but on a more serious note, good morning. And I hope this day brings you peace, brings you joy, brings you confidence, brings everything that you are looking for. And I want to remind you of one thing, that you don't have to have it all figured out today. I know sometimes when we wake up and the first thing we do when we open our eyes is we start thinking about the day and what we have to do. And with that comes questions of things that have to be solved, not necessarily today, but in the future. And then before you know it, you've only been up for 5 minutes and you've already stressed yourself out with a list of things that need to be done. I just want to remind you that it's going to get done. It's going to get done. Have you ever had so much to do? This happens a lot, especially around like the holiday times. And you'll be like, I have so much to do. And you kind of go crazy with thinking about it and you're obsessed with the small little details. And then January 1st rolls around and you're like, wow, that was a lot. But I did it. That's how you can start your mornings, knowing that whatever it is that you have to do, whatever it takes, you're going to do it. You're going to do it, and you're going to do it just in time. Your timing is perfect. You don't have to worry about answering every single detail. Breathe. If you can, try to take a few moments, because at the end of this video, I'm going to provide just a small meditation, just something to help you relax. But try to stretch so you can get your blood flowing, get your energy going, get your coffee, whatever it is. I started mine. I had a wellness shot. So inside of my wellness shot today was turmeric, honey, ginger, cayenne pepper, and I think that's it. But like literally that shot gets me like going, like it gives me like a jolt of energy, like, okay, we're here, let's do it. But yeah, so back to what I was saying. It's the morning, so bear with me. You have what it takes. Just breathe. So to add to like the conversations that I have in the morning, and just conversations you can start practicing having with yourself, or even just speaking out loud, or if your husband or wife or kids are home, just like positive energy. I had meditation music playing in the background, and that's new for me. Usually I do wake up and I stretch, but when I was stretching this morning, the lady who was stretching, she clearly was like filming her video later in the day. Well, at least it felt like it, because she had like high energy, and I'm like, I just woke up. So I'm like, not for me today. So instead I put on meditation music and I took my time and I relaxed. If you can, do the same. And then put on meditation music. Gospel music has the same effect. Afro beats can get you going with like a higher energy and frequency, but any type of music or energy that's going to help you get onto a good frequency. This is like why I always say it's so important when you wake up not to immediately go to your phone and look at the emails and, all the emails that have, oh, this bill's due or this tragic thing happened here. And don't flood your brain with that as soon as you wake up. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's going to change the course of your day. I'm telling y'all from experience. And I'm also telling y'all because I've seen other people. I love watching and observing other people. And I've seen people, first thing they do is hop on their phone and they start scrolling and they're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And before you know it, they're picking up on that energy. So be very careful of the energy you let around you in the morning. In that, be mindful of the kind of morning person you are. Quick story, right, for the morning. I hope you're listening to this. Like, in my head, I just envisioned somebody driving. Somebody is driving while they're watching this video. Listening. You're listening. You're not watching it, right? Someone's driving while they're listening to this video. So here's the story. Now, I wanted to speak on this story because as much as I speak on how important it is to be surrounded by positive energy in the morning, it's also important to remember who you are and the energy you're giving off, because people may not want to be around you. You don't want to be that person. So, quick story. When I was in high school, I think it was 10th grade, I was in a program called AVID. And AVID was just for students who wanted to go to college, like they were college bound. And there was some type of program or opportunity where they offered, high excelling students to stay on a college campus, I want to say for like a week. And so I was so excited because I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to be such a great opportunity. I'm going to learn so much about like college. I'm going to get an idea of where I want to go. Like, they just give you more information just to see if college is truly for you, right? Or, from what you know of it at that time. And so we had roommates, and I can't remember the background story, but somehow I end up being paired with one of my best friends from middle school. And I was excited. I'm like, oh my God, not only am I having this experience, but I'm going to be with my best friend from middle school, or one of my best friends. I'm like, this is going to be amazing. So the first night we got there, we had so much fun, like meeting everybody. And like, we were like, oh my God, we're going to be roommates. This is awesome. And we stayed up like almost all night, like just talking, catching up, because like at that point, we hadn't really seen each other or hung out to like this capacity since middle school. So like we were up all night. Morning comes, and like they had a structured schedule. So like, wake up at breakfast, this breakfast is at this time, then you're gonna go to this class, and then you're gonna it was very structured. And so the first morning we woke up together and was getting ready, like I'm like, oh yeah, let's go to breakfast, da 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 da, and she's like, da 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 da. And I'm like, that's not what I'm gonna wake up to. And so I'm like, whatever, and I just let that happen. And then, the day goes on, we start having fun together. Same thing happens the next day, right? So then when she wakes up, she's just like, again. And I'm like, oh my God, like, oh, okay, this is you in the morning. This is you in the morning. That's fine. And so I'm like, yeah, this isn't like the energy that I really want to be around. So then she told me, like, on the third day, I'm gonna say it was like the third day, it was the same thing. And I told her at breakfast, and we had like other friends, I'm like, you're like really grumpy in the morning. And not just her energy wasn't just like, I guess, down, but it was kind of like bad. Like, some people might be reserved or to themselves, but she just didn't have good energy for what I wanted to be around in the morning. And y'all wait, it's this. And so I told her, and she's like, well, I'm just not a morning person. And I was like, okay, thank you. Now that I know that, I can like operate accordingly. So y'all, I was really petty. And so for the rest of the week, for the rest of the time that we were at that camp together, I did not speak to her until 12 p.m. So it was like 11:50. Look, people would be like, oh, are you talking to her? Are you talking to her? I'm like, I'm not mad at her. I'm just not talking to her yet, because it's not, it's not evening or afternoon. It's, still morning. And so she'd be trying to talk to me, and I'd like, I'm gonna show her the time. I'm like, I'm not talking to you yet because you told me you were a morning person. And so literally, it was one time. It was like 11:56 maybe. Like it was just a few minutes until 12, and I was like, "You're not a morning person. I'm not gonna do it." So that's a really extreme and like petty case, but like the story is just to remind you that as we always try to like be like, oh, this person's like this, or this person did, make sure you are turning that mirror and you're looking at yourself as well. If you're gonna be, positive, and you're gonna be upbeat, and you're gonna be giving good energy and motivation to yourself, make sure you're giving it to others. If you're expecting it from others, make sure you're giving it to them. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we have all these expectations and we point the finger. We say, you. But make sure you're doing it as well. So that was my story for this morning. And I hope it made you laugh. Because even when I thought about it, that made me laugh. Because I was like, oh, girl, that's petty. But that is a example of my personality. But it's also an example of making sure that you are who you say you are, and knowing yourself. She knew who she was. She knew she wasn't a morning person, which was fine, but beware of how you're treating others and making others feel just as much as you want others to be aware of you and how you feel. Get this day started with love. Get this day started with positivity, and just remember that whatever it is, you can do. So if you do have a few moments of meditation, if you are that person driving, then don't take your eyes off the road. Just listen to what I'm saying. But if you're anyone else and you have a few minutes, just sit aside this time to do just a quick meditation. And again, if you are driving, if you are that person I am visualizing driving, then just listen. Okay, so to start, we're just going to turn inward by focusing on our breath. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And remember that this point of patience and this point of feeling calm and relaxed is something you can return to any day, anytime. You don't have to have a mat. You don't even necessarily have to be in a quiet environment. You just have to be ready to relax and to tune any and everything out. You can breathe through whatever it is you're going through. You're going to make it. You can remember that you already have what it takes. You are guided, you are loved, you are protected. You are in charge of the energy around you. So if you feel like you're in spaces, places with people that are not matching that energy, you have the power to change it. You do not have to wait. A lot of times we feel like we have to wait for the right moment or wait for the right time for the situation to change. You're in control. You're in power, and you're guided. So if you feel like that energy is being told to, if you're being told to remove it, remove the energy, remove it. People, places, things, whatever it is, remove it. You aren't here to suffer. You aren't here to be tortured. You aren't here to be unhappy. Every day isn't easy, but every day is worth it. You got this. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. And one more breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And one more time, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay, you got this. Have an amazing morning. Have an amazing day. You got the power. Make it happen, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourself, mind, body, and soul.